the Berkley Planning Commission to order for this regular meeting of Tuesday, February the 28th, 2017. Would you all please rise for the pledge? Roll call, please.
Martin Smith.
Here.
Murad.
Here.
Richardson.
Here.
Dean Smith.
Here.
Shadle. Here. Pop. Here. Buckler. Tangari.
Here.
Arnett.
Present. Now I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda for this evening. So moved. Moved by Commissioner Tangari. Is there a second? Shadle. Any discussion on the agenda? Hearing none. Take a roll call vote.
Richardson.
Yes.
Murad.
Yes.
Dean Smith.
Yes.
Pop. Yes. Martin Smith.
Yes.
Shadle. Yes. Tangari.
Yes.
Arnett.
Yes. Now entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the January 24th, 2017 meeting. So moved.
Second.
Any discussion on the minutes? Hearing none. Take a roll call vote.
Martin Smith.
Yes.
Dean Smith.
Yes.
Tangari.
Yes.
Shadle. Yes. Murad.
Yes.
Pop. Yes. Richardson.
Yes.
Arnett.
Yes. Communications?
We've got a couple of notices regarding Oak Park's master plan as well as Southfield doing the subplan amendment for the Northland property. And then you had received a few things from Wild Hills Tobacco regarding medical marijuana.
Thank you. This time I'll entertain citizens' comments. Anyone citizen who would care to comment on subjects not on our agenda this evening may step up to the microphone and state your name and city of residence. Hearing no citizens' comments at this time, I'll close that portion of the meeting. We will move on to our regular agenda.
Item number 1 is public hearing, matter of conducting a public hearing regarding the adoption of the residential future land use plan amendment.
Before I open the public hearing, comments from the Planning Commission. Are there any Planning Commission comments before I open the public hearing? All right, let's open the public hearing. And see if we got any comments out of that.
Joshua Hunter, 2240 Thomas. I hope the amendment is adopted tonight, as we've just been discussing for the past several months. The previous amendment was very broad, and I'm glad to see that those changes have been made in the new plan. And I think a lot of people here will support it as well, so I'm looking forward to it being adopted tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Kurt Height, 3525 Robina, Berkeley. I just wanted to say I really appreciated Chairperson Barnett's resolve at the last meeting and wanting to clarify that he wanted to make sure that everybody that was leaving at the end of the night felt like the issues were resolved, and we really appreciate that.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, I'm going to close the public hearing. What is the desire of the, we move on to item 2.
Item number 2 is resolution R0117, matter of adopting the residential future land use amendment.
Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Made by Commissioner Murad. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Gary. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, let's take a roll call vote.
Shadle? Yes. Martin Smith?
Yes.
Murad?
Yes.
Pop? Yes. Dean Smith?
Yes.
Tangari?
Yes.
Richardson?
Yes.
Arnett.
Yes. Motion has been approved, the amendment is approved, and we can move forward, I guess. I want to thank the residents for their participation in this process. This has been a long and drawn-out process, and I understand the concerns of the residents. And I think everyone up here also understands the concerns of the residents, because all of us, each and every one of us, have concerns for our city. And that being the case, that's why we serve this up here, because we have strong interest in how the city is and how it will progress. There are many issues that are going to be confronting the city as we move forward. If we ever get to rewriting the master plan, there are new items that are going to have to be addressed, that the Planning Commission will have to address. They're going to involve infrastructure, which means streets, water, sewers, gas, telecommunications, and I'll group phone and all of that into it. We're going to have to deal with transportation. How is transportation going to affect this city? Those are other issues that are going to be brought before it, and we're going to have to address within a new master plan as we move forward. And these are items that we don't regularly deal with, but because of the way time is marching on within the city, these are issues that are going to be affecting us. And we will have to deal with these as we come along. Will there be changes to zoning in this city coming forward? More than likely there will be this, that, and who knows what. But we will probably deal with each and every one of them as they come before the Planning Commission. And I just, again, want to thank the citizens for your time, because you all put a lot of time into this. And everyone really does need to be vigilant. And if you feel we're not doing the job and you have a complaint, come before us. We meet here once a month, because most of our meetings are not very well attended, as I think most of us can attend. And so thank you again on behalf of the Planning Commission and the city for your participation and your diligence in this process. Thank you. Moving on, Ms. Vanson.
Your next item is liaison reports.
We'll move around the room.
Chamber? I can
With
go
the
first.
chamber.
I missed the meeting, but I got a rough draft of their minutes of what they talked about. So as of February 3rd, they've already got 28 artists signed up and 3 food vendors signed up for the Art Bash, as well as 3 sponsors pledged. They're working on something new called the Berkley Street Art Fest. I think it's going to be sometime in July. So they're putting together the final committee, and they're looking for volunteers and stuff for that. So, and then let's see what else. There is a state of the, well, that's already passed. State of the business event was February 22nd, and that's really about it at this time.
Bob, do you want to talk anything about the DDA?
The minutes are in the packet.
Yep.
And the only other thing is that last night was the major meeting for the Berkeley Street Art Fest. And I think that the website's supposed to be
Yes, website's up.
by the end, well, but it's going to have content
Right.
by the end of the week, first part of next week.
Okay.
And they're looking for businesses to decide that they want a mural. The number that they were talking about was 5, but if there's more businesses that want it, that would be pretty good too. And then there's the amateur as well as the professional chalk artists. And that's going to be in 3 to 5 different locations throughout the city. And this is going to combine Coolidge and 12 Mile. And it's really sounding pretty darn exciting. I'm pleased. And Berkley Eyewear, who's right next door to my shop, their wall has been blank since they forgot to paint it red. And it's going to have something done there. And there's going to be some chalk art in the back, in the parking lot. It's going to be fun. And it's July 15. So reserve the date. It's going to be exciting.
Okay. You want to talking a little bit about their new director? Or do you know? Have you met her?
I have. I've met her, and I've heard via the rumor that she's going to try to hit every business and meet everybody. And she comes across really dynamic. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I met her at the last city council meeting. She was.
She knows her stuff.
She knows her stuff. She's been
Yeah.
done a lot of work in Detroit and for various groups in Detroit and Eastern Market and promotions for Eastern Market and a whole bunch of stuff in the city. So I think she should work very, very well here in the city. Environmental?
The vacancies on the Environmental Committee have been posted, I understand, on the city's website. I think we have 5 vacancies at this point. I would encourage all citizens who are interested in, both the aesthetic and public health and welfare of Berkley to consider joining the committee. This is a exciting time to get involved in activities like that. There is a real push on the part of regional organizations to try and get Southeast Michigan communities to collaborate on projects which would make our communities more sustainable and more energy efficient. So we want to participate fully in that process. We need members on our committee in order to do that. Just one other thing, up until a couple of years ago, the Environmental Committee operated a bike corral at the Art Bash, and we kind of ran out of members and ran out of volunteers and had to discontinue that for the past couple of years. But it was really a popular feature, and I think very useful for people attending the Art Bash. So that's another reason for people to get involved with the Environmental Committee. That's my pitch for becoming involved with the Environmental Committee.
ZBA.
I've got a short one. ZBA did not meet.
Okay. Somebody at the Parks and Rec, I think, was
She's got
Buckler's on the part,
Yeah.
liaison, right?
So that's that. So city council meeting, I attended the city council meeting on February the 6th. It was a short meeting. I'm refreshing myself here a little bit about it. If there was anything that really, anything that we need to worry about, and there wasn't anything. They were talking about the Oxford. I think they awarded a contract for the Oxford Park. They did. Oxford Park drainage for the parks, new park that's going to go in there, and that's about it, because it isn't all designed, so they're just trying to keep the water out of it and keep it out of the neighbors' basements too. So that's the city council meeting. With all that said and done, I guess we can run around the room and see what anybody's got anything to say this evening. Mr. Martin Smith?
At this point, no, sir.
Mr. Richardson?
Nothing further.
Nothing more.
Nope, I'm good.
Appreciate it.
I hope to see everybody next month.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Mr. Dean Smith?
Yeah, I do have something. The last 8 months here on the Planning Commission have been, I guess, probably the word is interesting. A couple of years ago, we were having a discussion about what to do with people, housing, what's happening in Berkeley. Housing stock is getting older. We're getting older. Young people want to move in. So we have a discussion of granny flats and what do you do with millennial kids that won't move out of the house? How do we accommodate them? Short while later, somehow that discussion becomes, what are we doing to the city of Berkeley? I'm still flabbergasted that the discussion we had about what Berkeley might look like, that rolled into the poorly written rezoning proposal that was soundly rejected, somehow was able to twist itself into a threat of mowing down a quarter of the city and creating low-income, high-rise housing. Those kind of rumors, they're not healthy. They were wrong. Whoever started them knew they were wrong. Whoever believed them, that's even more unbelievable. When you get something that absurd to stir up the city, have people react emotionally, I was really disappointed. I still am. Taking that on a going forward basis, I got really 4 takeaways. One, here at the Planning Commission, we need to do a better job of articulating our vision. Mm-hmm. We have a vision. We need to be able to explain it. We also need to be able to explain the strategies and tactics that we would like to use to get there. That's something we did not do with that amendment that created all the excitement. When we propose an update, we need to change the timing of the public comments portion and maybe even make it more than once. We need to get active participation in a positive way. For somebody to come in feeling threatened by something that they thought we might have a secret plan to do does not create a productive discussion. So I'd like to see us make a bigger effort to involve the public and just let people know we're on TV, there's no reason to not be informed of our activities, but I'd like to see us do a little more public involvement. Any change we propose, the proposed amendment was huge. It was to effectively rezone a quarter of the city is a lot, way too much. Anything we do in the future, especially with zoning, we should focus on being limited. I'd rather take the proposal that we had, the rezoning proposal, if that was what we decided to do again, break it up into 8 or 10 segments. So that if you find you're making a mistake, it's a lot easier to go back and correct what we're doing. Somebody once described it as eating an elephant. You just take small bites and eventually get the job done. But if you find you don't like to eat elephants, you can stop. But most important, this is to everybody that watches on TV and follows us. If you see or feel something, or see something or hear something that just doesn't feel right, come and see us. Whatever's bothering you is probably bothering somebody else. And to assume bad intentions right out of the gate is the wrong way to start a discussion. I speak for myself and my fellow planning commissioners. There is no desire to destroy the city of Berkeley. And when somebody tells me that I'm part of a group that wants to hurt the city, I'm offended by that. The one-on-one conversations I had with people turned out to be pretty productive, but in a group setting, when people get emotional, they usually make bad decisions. If you see something that doesn't look or feel right, come and see us. Let's have a conversation. It works much better that way. We had some really good intentions, and the intentions, they got lost in the language. We can do a better job. That's it.
Thank you. Ms. Vanson, anything?
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Okay, I don't have any. I do have one question. Since I got an audience here and I got to I'm going to ask a couple of questions. How many of you folks ride bicycles? Okay. How many of you people do a lot of walking with your families around the city? Okay.
Are we invited to?
Yeah, you can raise your hand. Part of the citizens. But I had a large audience here, and I just wanted to get a feel for walkability and bicycling in the community. Thank you. Then at this point in time, I guess I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Murad. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Shado. Any discussion? Let's just take a vote.
Nope.
Go ahead.
We usually do that for
It's aye.
adjourn.
Okay. All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting's adjourned.
Yay.